from the top of my head, like pouring white milk all over me, drenching me. From that day, that Ashley died. I killed her. I literally killed her. I had to. Hey Pooh, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year's. I hope that you guys had a amazing New Year's, a blessing. I know 2022 has so much in store. You know, for me, 2022, I brought it in the bed because literally everybody was sick. Even my dog is sick. So it was like, you know, I'm gonna bring it in with, I think I watched something, I guess the ball dropping in New York, something like that. I watched that and then I went to sleep, literally. You know, at the end of the day, I know that I got to get the ball rolling with action. You know, like when you bring in 2022, like I want to turn up, don't get me wrong, I want to turn up. But enough of that, because that's really not what the video is about. But I just wanted to congratulate you guys on being alive, being able to enter into the new year, you know, being healthy, prosperous. Like, it's so much that we gonna get done in 2022. But to get in this video, we're gonna be talking about, you know, just so much amazing, juicy, necessary things. I'm sorry, I got distracted because my dog is sitting here playing with a piece of paper. But anyways, so listen. I just wanted to come on here. It's the new year, and I just come so far. Like, I have came so far with the woman I became. Like, this woman that I am now, my accomplishments, how I even look, it's crazy. Like, the 12-year-old Ashley I'm like just going back. I'm just literally like just going back, remembering what I said I wanted in life. Just remembering how I wanted to look, where I wanted to be. And it's just such a blessing. Like, a lot of times we really don't sit and think about how far we've come until we have an accomplishment. And it's like, baby, give yourself your flowers now. You know, not when you accomplish something, whether it's big or small, just like an everyday small praise. And that is kind of what I want to do for the new year for myself. You know, just making sure that I love on myself. You know, we spoke about in our previous video on just leveling up, being the boss. Not even just a boss, but just being this self-love queen, you know, really like loving yourself. And I remember just being so shy. I remember the biggest thing, like talking to men, having that confidence. Like, I just did not have that at all, none whatsoever. It just was a real challenge for me. One thing I'm like to share, that I want to share with you guys that's detrimental, like was so detrimental. I remember being in summer camp. And in summer camp, there was like these two sisters. And I'm not going to say their name because I was just about to say their name. Let's call them Sarah and Shy. I'm gonna say Sarah and Shy. So Sarah and Shy was like real bully type girls. Like, we were all from the same neighborhood, but I was kind of raised a little different. And anyways, fast forward, we're in summer camp. I remember just being so quiet, so timid, so shy, like staying to myself. And I just remember Shy just pouring white milk from the top of my head, like pouring white milk all over me, drenching me. From that day, that Ashley died. I killed her. I literally killed her. I had to. I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. I was so humiliated. I was just everything that you could think of. I was feeling that, like, and I didn't do anything to them, her, whatever. I don't know why they picked on me, because I was just, to myself, I was quiet. But I literally had to dead that Ashley. I had to, even today, I have to still, like, make myself speak up for myself, whether it's I'm in a restaurant, they're giving me food that's cold or not what I really ordered. You know, sometimes we let things slide, but for me, I still do it in a respectable way. But I just always reference back to that moment where, you know, I got that milk pulled on my head, and I'm like, you know, no, that can no longer be. I remember just being so shy where if it was a group of guys, I would literally, like, if this is the street and the guys are right here, I remember walking, literally taking the longest route around them or around a building to get to another street just to avoid them. Like, that's how self-conscious, that's how shy and timid I was. Layla, stop it. Sorry. But I remember, like, it being so detrimental of, you know, being so shy and scared of what people thought about me, particularly men. What men thought about me. What women thought about me too, but I think it really was just so self-conscious about my body. So self-conscious about my looks. You know, I was always in comparison to anybody that looked different than me. I think I was just really discovering, you know, who I was and, you know, what I wanted to do and everything. And the biggest thing for me was just learning to love myself in whatever stage I was. If I was a little heavier, if I was a little skinnier, if I knew how to do my makeup or not, if I knew how to, you know, like, wear hairstyles that shaped my face or just complimented me well. Just learning a lot of that. And it really took me telling myself, hey, this is something that I'm going to work on. Hey, this is something that I need to work on if I want to be this particular type of woman. When we sit here and we say we want to have a certain lifestyle, or we envision or we dream how we want to look, how we want our spouse to look, how we want our life to be, are we really, you know, for real, are we that person? We say we want a successful man or a financial stable man, a fit man or a good looking man, but are you that person as well? So if this man came up to you, will you be able to compliment his attributes that you want within him? Do you have that within yourself? And so that took me on a journey on so many routes, from self-care, you know, just like making sure I smell good, making sure I look good. Anybody that knows me, male or female, will always say, if they have given me a hug, they always be like, oh, you so soft, because it's so funny. But my favorite movie, Silence of the Lambs. Silence of the Lambs is my favorite movie, and I never forget the whale. Remember when she was down in the well, the man that had her captive, he would give her lotion. I know this is so crazy, but honestly, I always think about that. Like, you will never catch me slipping. Never when it comes to smelling good, feeling good, looking good. You know, even on my bummy days, like, where there is just, you know, Layla is right here. But on my bummy days where it's like sweatpants, regular t-shirt, I still look presentable, you know, unless I'm sick. Now, when I'm sick, I really will throw on anything, honestly. But to say all of that, I'm just saying that, you know, I just made myself become what I envisioned in my head, what I saw, and bringing it to fruition from the tiniest bit. People that know me from years and now, they can say, like, it's a complete 180. It's a complete 180. I just remember so many instances where I just was so down So I wouldn't say depressed because that's a very serious word, but I just remember just not being 100%. I just remember not caring how I looked. I just remember so many dark times where, you know, I was in a hole and I couldn't see the light. Honestly, I could not see the light. It took a guy that my ex-husband, really, it took him to really show me and believe in me enough for me to really change that. I had kind of made a few changes right before him because I did get plastic surgery. I did get a BBL maybe 5 years ago. I did a big chop because I knew what texture my hair was, so I knew like when I wear curly hair or when I would wear my natural state that, you know, it comforted me a lot better. People always say when I wear my curly hair, like they love when I wear my curly hair. So I started to pick up on a lot of things, and I was like, hey, I need to really groom this. I'm seeing like when I look good, I feel good, and I'm accomplishing things. I'm becoming my true self, what I see, what I want to become to attract this particular guy, this particular lifestyle, you know, honestly, seriously. And people may think like, oh, because I'm in a strip club or whatnot, that it's difficult for a guy to see me in a respectable light. And that's true. That's true to some degree, because, you know, it just all depends on what type of guy you are, honestly. But, you know, it really took a lot of soul searching. I had to get to the root of a lot of things. And I'm making this video because I want to help someone that is very shy, that is very timid, that's not confident in their looks, their body. You know, at the end of the day, it's mine because I bought it. Period. Because, you know, at the end of the day, like, no matter if you get cosmetic surgery, no matter if you alter your, you know, you get plastic surgery, you alter your features on your face, whatever the case may be, like, you know, I think that people that bash those people ultimately can't afford to get what they would like to get to change, honestly. But at the end of the day, it's all about how you perceive yourself, how you want to look, and who cares what someone else thinks. You know, like, as long as if you're okay with yourself, if you love yourself enough, then that's all that matters. But honestly, I had to really dig through why I was insecure, because in my mind, I was in competition with a lot of people, whether it was financially, if it was looks. You know, I already think so highly of myself, and that's okay, and that's great. That's nothing bad about that. But I kind of got self-centered as well. I very much got self-centered, and I had to tone it down, and I had to reroute it to confidence. You know, because being self-centered, it really put me in a lot of selfish situations, and it allowed me to not appreciate special and important people that was in my life, that was there to either, you know, really help me and groom me and, you know, push me and propel me forward to the next dimension that God really had for me. So you really have to figure out, like, honestly, what's the root. You know, I had a sister that tortured me. She would call me names. She would literally, I could be walking down the steps and she would pour. I'm thinking about all this, like, why did people pick on me like this? Like, my sister would literally pour Kool-Aid as I was walking down the steps. Like, when I would get a fresh braid, if I would get my hair braided, like, fresh the first day, she would just figure out a way to, like, pick a fight with me. And, you know, she would do those treacherous things to me. And, you know, now looking back, it was building my character. It literally was, even though, you know, it was very harsh and it took a lot of toll on my emotional being. I think that's probably why I'm so emotional, even though I am a Cancer. So you already think that, like, okay, You know, I'm emotional anyway because I'm a Cancer. But being a Cancer and then having those, you know, treacherous things happen to you, it really sent me down an emotional spiral. And I have always dealt with controlling my emotions, and now I feel like I have really mastered it. You know, it's a couple of times where I slip up, but I'm human and I'm allowed to slip up. But for the most part, I've been in situations where I should have acted a plum fool and I did not. So, you know, I'm very thankful for being able to reroute my emotions and being able to express it in a healthy way. Like, I don't bottle my emotions up. People that know me honestly know that I will tell you how I feel. You know, I really truly would, whether it's good or bad. But as long as I'm able to get it off my chest, cool. But I have learned to not overly do it. You know, like, you explain to somebody how you feel the first time, let it be. Don't continue to keep doing it over and over. Like, they know how you feel. Honestly, they know how you feel. So I really had to get to the deep cause of why I was insecure, why I was in competition with myself and others, and competition other people didn't even know that we were in competition. But why I was so afraid to speak to men. And now, like, cause the moments still come up, right? When you deal with something, you just don't conquer it and it never comes up again. It's a constant reminder. So, like, when I see men, like, I never forget when I took a girls trip to Houston, outside the hotel was some fine, when I say fine, there was fine baby men. They were smoking and it's like a group of us, but I know how I look. You know, I got this small waist, big booty, you know, like, men kind of, you know, gravitate towards me. So I'm walking past them and I can feel myself getting hot. But I always tell myself, like, who are they? They bleed the same way I do. Like, they human. You know, that's what I tell myself. Like, when I get in those moments, whether I'm by myself or I'm with people, and I'm coming towards, you know, a group of guys, now I tell myself, like, they're human just like I am. Like, who am I to be self-conscious or be scared? Because, like, who are they? They're no one. So, and that's how I get over that feeling. Or now it's so funny because my friends always be like, how am I so confident, or how I can do what I do when it comes to towards men. Like, now I'm not afraid to go after a guy. Like, I don't go after men because I like when they approach me, but I'm not scared to reciprocate it. Like, I will wink at a man if I'm in a club or something. You know, like, I'm just not shy anymore. I'm just not shy. I'm just very confident in who I am, and I gain my confidence by my affirmations. I tell myself, just like I said, rewarding myself with that self-care, you know, that builds your confidence as well. Just making sure I look good, making sure I smell good, making sure I feel good. And when I say feel good, I mean eating right, working out. Like I told you guys in a previous video, that I wanted to lose some weight. Like, you know, it's cool being thick, but I want to be a little slim thick now. So I've been working out, I've been eating right. And you know, it's been 5 days. Like, because we're in a new year, but it's gonna continue. So, you know how you start doing something and you feel like 5 days, like, girl, come on. But, you know, you got to start somewhere, and it is the beginning. And I will be, you know, vlogging and showing you guys my journey and my experience. But I think it's just imperative that you love yourself enough to, you know, have that confidence, have that self-love, have that sense of accomplishments, whether it's big or small. Like, don't let anyone deter you from big or small goals, whether it's within yourself, whether it's financially, whether it's career-wise. Like, honestly, I just come so far. I just remember being a kid and being on, if you from Atlanta, you know, being on a MARTA bus. Like, MARTA bus, when it wasn't so bad as a kid, but I just remember saying, I want to get a car. I can't wait to get a car, an apartment. I maybe was like 15, 16, probably a little less than that, because I graduated when I was 16. So I probably was like 14, 13, really, honestly. And I just remember envisioning this whole entire life that I have now, but still a little grander. And And that just really came from me just believing in myself enough. Like, I've been through so much that I'm so grateful for, that I can honestly sit here and use this platform to be able to explain to you guys, like, no matter what, like, I come from the ghetto, like the slums, the hood, and you will never know. And it's not because I'm not proud of that, but it's because even in that environment, people didn't even think that I was from that environment, you know. But I allowed that to really be the armor that I need to get to each level. Like, each year, each 6 months, 8 months, I have scaled. I have really, you know, just improved. And I think about, like, when something don't go my way and I think I want it my way, and I look back and it's like, I thought I wanted that, and it's like, I got something better. And so now with experience, I'm like, okay, cool. I don't get too bottled down on things that I don't get, you know, even if it's a guy, like, cause I get them, but maintaining them, or using them how I want to use them, and if it don't really go my way, and it's like, you know, we're gonna speak on that in a couple more videos, because somebody really told me something the other day. This guy really told me something, and I want to share with you guys. But, you know, just to conclude this video, believe in yourself. Pooh. Listen, believe in yourself. Love yourself. Like, no matter if you got a little stomach, big stomach, little booty, big booty, little breast, whatever, big breast, like, own it. You got a little lazy eye, own that little lazy eye. Pooh. Like, make sure you know how to put them lashes on where it don't look like that. Like, you really have to be able to, you know, just put yourself in a space and love every flaw that you have. And when I mean every flaw, every stretch mark, every mole, every dimple, every pimple. And you just have to talk to yourself. You know, you just have to build yourself up, because nobody's gonna do it. Like, when they sit here and they speak on, like, how can you, you know, not be shy, and how can you gain confidence? It starts with you. Only you can stop being shy and gain confidence. Only you can, because it's a lot of things that we hold deep inside, that whether we get in therapy and we speak on these things or not, but you know what's holding you back. And you gotta be honest with yourself, you know. So if you guys have any advice or tips that I didn't mention in here, or you want to share your story with me, or share an experience with me that would help me, because, like, I master it, but what I always, like, I love to learn. I love to gain more insight. I love that for me. You know, I love that for me. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you share this with someone that may be dealing with, you know, insecurities, dealing with body dysmorphia, anything. Like, I'm an open book. I am true to myself. I don't sugarcoat anything. Never have, never will. I can say this because people that's around me can back me up with the things that I'm saying. But make sure you guys share this video. Make sure you comment. Make sure you like. And, you know, I'm very appreciative that you guys clicked on this video. And I'm able to share this with you. And I hope it's giving off very genuine, very real. Because that's what I want to portray with my channel. So follow me on Instagram at TheAshleyJ. Like I said, comment below and let me know, you know, your experience, what you dealt with, how you dealt with it, and what allowed you to conquer it, what allowed you to get over it. Until next time, Pooh, I will see you later.